Alright, what's going on YouTube? Coming at you today with my first review, and I'm going to be doing the Atlantis V2 with diesel 150 watt box mod. So we're going to be talking about the new features on the Atlantis, the V2. We're going to be talking about like the airflow, what they've added, what else they've done with their coils and other pros and features about it. And then I'm going to be talking about the things I don't like. There's a few things I don't like about it, and I'll go over those with you guys. And then this box mod, the diesel box mod, it's supposed to be like the Xbox mod 150 by Sunzip. I don't know if they're different or not, but they could be. This one could be a clone, could be an authentic. I'm not sure, but I was told it's authentic. So maybe they have two different versions out. I don't know. But we'll go over the box and the unboxing and all that. I have mine here in green. So it's a nice color. Not a big fan of like the other colors. I had a lot of black devices, and they get really annoying after a while. It's just everything's black. So I decided to switch them and go with green. And the green looks pretty nice. I think they ought to do more devices in this green color. So yeah, we're just gonna talk about this, I guess. So yeah, one thing I'm gonna talk about now is the features and everything on it, and then the Atlantis. First, we'll talk about the Atlantis actually. Comes in regular Atlantis box. Got your ordinary box. You got your tank right here. We'll do it up close too on this. But you got your tank here. Comes with a coil already in it, 0.3 coil. And then you have the bottom. The bad thing is though, they do not give you replacement glass anymore. They give you just a coil. That's all you get. So if I were to break this, drop it, crack it, whatever happens to it, I have to go online or try to find a vape shop in my area who carries replacement glass, and so far that's nobody. So I'll have to go online to get a replacement if I drop it and break it. Thank goodness though, I do not drop my stuff. So we'll put that back in there for the up close. And then you got the box that the diesel 150 comes in. So it looks pretty authentic. Has your colors up here, green. They come in silver, black, blue, orange. I think even a pink one, and then like a teal blue. So if I'm missing any colors, sorry, but yeah, I have the green version of it. Like I said, I like the green. It's a nice look. It's pretty cool. So if I'm out in the wilderness, I can blend in. But no. All right. Well, let's go up close and we'll talk about this bad boy and the Atlantis and talk about the pros and cons of both of them. And it shut off on me. All right, we're up close. So here is the diesel box mod right here. Pan it a little bit. Here's a diesel box mod with the Atlantis V2 on top. Added nice wide bore to it. Dual airflow on the sides. And as I said, they have the 0.3 coil in here stock and then the 0.5. Alright, let's talk about what's in the box. So we have this Atlantis V2 right here. Pretty nice, pretty nice. The wide bore on it. So you get nice big head. The top of it has the adjustable airflow. I said adjustable airflow. So if you want a cooler vape, cool your vapor down, get some extra air in there, you can do that with this. It opens all four, and it's kind of adjustable to a point. Like you can kind of close it off right there. You see that? Close it off just a tad. Close it off a little more, slowly, till it's fully closed on all around all four sides, I think. Yeah, no, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it's got four air holes. And then you have down here. Now, one thing I don't like about this is when you turn this, you have it wide open on both sides. But when you turn it, you have it kind of semi-open like the old V1. It's kind of semi-wide open, but not quite. And on this side, you get a tiny little hole, just like on the V1. So what I think they did here is they kind of went off the old model of it, but added the wide bore on both sides, just added another hole in this. I'm not sure, but that's might be what they could have done. And just like every other sub tank out there, the bottom 510 pin is not adjustable. So what you see is what you get. It does slide in and out depending on how you have your coil in there. And you'll see what I mean by that in a little bit. Also, you have your spare coil down here in the bottom of the box. You have your warning by using a new atomizer. Let the tank stand for 2 minutes so the cotton can be saturated with juice before firing. So what they did here too with these new coils is they went all organic cotton. They did away with the ceramic and the silica little piece in there. So that's a good thing. That's a plus to me because I like the taste that you get of organic cotton and not mixed. You know, you get that kind of muted kind of flavor, kind of good at times if it's hot, if it's not. So that's another plus. Also, this tip right here is not replaceable. Well, you can replace it with the same size, but it's not a 510. And there's no 510 adapter. So you're stuck with this metal tip they give you. You can remove it to clean it and do whatever with it. But other than that, you can't freaking change it out, which really, really, really annoys me. And I think I've already tried, putting a 510 in that little spot. And no, you can't. It almost looks like you can, but you can't. So you're screwed. But just like the Mutation X V4, there are tips coming out for them. So you might be able to replace this with a Delrin if they come out with one. But I'm not sure. Hopefully they come out with a Delrin tip for this, any company. You know, I would buy it just to have the Delrin because this thing does heat up. So we'll take this apart for you. So take that apart. You see you got your base. Get your nice thick white O-ring down here to seal all the juice in. Get your nice new coil down in there. Also, one thing is people that I see a lot of reviewers and stuff talk about, oh, the tank's too small, the tank's too small, I can only fill it up to like this crown area. What I do with mine is I will take this coil out of the base, and this is what I was saying, is it's adjustable. You could push this in once you put your coil into your tank. What I like to do, I don't know if that's in focus or not, my camera kind of sucks on that screen. What I like to do though is I will put this coil all the way into this tank, so that way I can fill it up past that point in there. And I can fill it up just about to the very, very top. Just about there. So that way I get at least another mil and a half of juice versus having, you know, the 2.5 to 3 mil if you just fill it up to here. So I like to fill it all the way to the top with this coil in here. And it will fire because I have mine right here that I use. and it does fire when you do that. The V1s though were kind of touch and go if you could put the coil in the tank first or not, and so you'd have to just trial and error. I work at a vape shop, and when I sell these to people, I'll normally put it in the tank, fill it up for them, and then put the base on top of it. And normally it just works, but on the V1s, that wasn't always the case. Sometimes it would work, sometimes it wouldn't work. So one of the cons on this too for me would be the heat. This thing does get hot. It gets red freaking hot. When I'm vaping on it, let's say I put it up to 50 watts on the 0.3 coil, and I vape it for about 10-15 minutes chain vaping. What happens is this thing heats up a ton. Also, this top part somehow heats up a ton, and this tip starts to get hot. So that is a big con to me. It gets freaking hot like an RDA does with a hot build. But other than that, it's a nice tank. I like what they did with it. I like the wide bore. Hate that you can't change it out though. I like that they have 0.3 coils now. I like that it's all organic cotton. The flavor is excellent on this thing, I think. It's almost comparable to the Kanger sub-tank in flavor. Almost, though. Not quite there yet. If Atlantis, redid their coils, made them a little better, then that might be nice. I might say it can match it. But so far, it's not quite there in flavor for me. Yet, I still like them both. I still love them both. I'd use them, I'm not the crazy flavor chasing guy or the crazy cloud chasing guy. I just like vaping. It's helped me get off cigarettes, so I like it. So here you have this piece too. Again, another thing I'm going to talk about is this metal. This is a lip gunk magnet. Lip gunk. That nasty grimy stuff that you get on all your metal tips? That stuff gets really, really, really annoying. So then you have to get a wet rag, like I have one here to show you guys. You get your wet rag, you wipe that damn thing off. Then you dry it. And then you vape it for about 20 minutes and it's gunked up again. So that's my problem with these metal tips. Delrin, for me, doesn't ever attract lip gunk. So that's why I'm a big fan of Delrin. Plus, it doesn't heat up. So that's another positive thing. But yeah, it would be nice if they can, do a Delrin tip on here. Do like white or black or, cool different colors to, modify your Atlantis. So it's not like everybody else's. Get like different colors and stuff. Also, vape bands are a nice thing. I have a vape band here. You can throw one on here and just, make it your own. This one says eat, sleep, vape, repeat. So you can throw that on there. So you have your own little thing to go with right there. It's all yours. It's customized. Sorry guys, I'm new at this reviewing, so I'm gonna be a little goofy. But yeah, there is that. So we're gonna move on now to the diesel box mod. I'm gonna take this off here for you. Or the Xbox, it's also called. I've seen a couple tiny reviews on YouTube forum. So here's your diesel box mod, green. You got 2 spots here for battery venting or anything else just to keep your batteries cooler. You have a charge port. Yes, this thing does charge. The bad thing though is you cannot vape it while it's charging. That is a con to me. I would like to pick it up while it's charging and vape it, but no, I have to unplug it, then hit it while it's charging. So just go out and buy yourself eFest LUC V4. Get one of those, 4-bay charger. You can charge a bunch of batteries at once. I personally have about 15, 16 batteries that I use, but I always have my blue Samsungs ready to go. So when I'm done with one pair, I throw them on the charger in there and freaking go again. Put some new ones in, vape away. So here is the inside of it. You have the neodymium magnets right here that hold the back on. Here is your battery bay, which is really nice. I think those are like silver plated or something. I'm not sure. But here's how they go in. Your furthest one to the outside to the back of the mod is a positive, and these are spring contacts, so you can push the spring. And then the other one goes in upside negative. And I'm not sure if these are series or parallel. I think they're series with the chip in here. So then you have those put in. Pop your back on there. Not much wiggle at all. It's got a little thing to keep it in place. It's also got where you pull your top off. There goes my phone going off. Okay, so here is your screen. Check atomizer right now. So we're gonna throw on the Atlantis. So a couple of positives. The screen is nice. You know, you got your reading here once it registers. So it is reading 0.29. You have your voltage that it will output if you use it, 8.19 volts. You have your optimal vape range. It likes to tell you what your optimal vape range might be, but it's not completely accurate. So don't listen to that. Do whatever you like to vape. Also, it has your chip operating temperature. So whatever your temp is reading at on your chip, it will tell you like how hot your chip is. So if you're vaping a lot, it might go up to 40 Celsius, 42 Celsius, 48 Celsius. I've seen it as high as 50 just about. So it's up there, pretty hot. Also your battery percentage that you have on here, that's pretty cool too. A negative that I would say on here, oh no, let's go with another positive first. Positive is this does have reverse battery protection. I put my batteries in there and found out the hard way. But it was the easy way too, because I got scared. I was like, oh shoot. And I pulled them out and I was like, oh thank goodness. And I looked it up and they do have reverse battery protection. So that is a plus. And another thing would be your wattage. It starts off at 3 watts. So you can go all the way down to 3 watts, unlike the Sigelli. I think the Sigelli goes down to what, 7 watts, 8 watts? The one I used to have. So that's a plus. You can go down really low wattage on this. So if you have those older tanks like the Nautilus or the Mustang, you know, those tanks with the really high ohm coils, I mean, you might even be able to throw an EVOD on this thing with the adapter. So that's a plus for a lot of vapors. You know, if they want to use their old tanks, they can throw them on this thing because it goes down to 3 watts. You know, that's not too much power for anything really. So that's what I like about that. The negative though is this thing does shut off after 2 minutes. It will go completely off. Done. So if you go to grab it, you go to vape it, it will shut off. So that's a real big negative. But let's turn the wattage up here. You can see it goes up. That's another negative too I'm going to talk about. The wattage. You can't dial in your wattage on this. It goes in 0.5 increments. So you can't really dial it in. Let's say you want 28.3 watts. You cannot do that. You know, you can go to 28.5 watts and then 29 watts, but you can't dial it in. I like my wattage being in 0.5 increments all the way up. That would be nice. If they came out with a box that did 0.1 all the way up to, like, you know, your max wattage, because then you could really get the best vape experience by dialing it in. So I kind of stuttered there. But yeah, that would be nice. But so far, it's a pretty good box. You got your power button, 5 clicks on, 5 clicks off. Another feature is if you do like it at 44.5, what you can do here is simultaneously click your wattage up button and your wattage down button. So that should have locked it, yeah. So I'm going to do it again for you guys so you can see it. Watch right next to the right of the W. Lock off. Lock on. Now what that does is it locks your wattage, so I can't adjust my wattage. But what I can do now, unlike some other box mods, I can vape this. See that? So you can lock your wattage. That is a feature that I really like. Someone was telling me when I bought it, they're like, oh yeah, you can't lock it and vape it. And I was like, okay, well, I'm going to test that later. I can vape it. So I really enjoyed that. The screen dims for you after 30 seconds of non-usage. So let's say you're within that 2 minutes that you vape it again. It will try to conserve your battery by dimming it for you. So that's a big plus. But other than that, I mean, it's a nice box. I like everything I use, so I'm not picky. But, you know, other people out there, they may be picky. They may not like how you can't vape it and charge it. I mean, I don't like that either, but it's mainly a con for other people. The con of it turning off, that's a con for me. And that's going to be a big con for other people who are busy doing something and they want to just grab their box and vape it. So this would be more of a box to use when you're hanging out somewhere and you're at a shop or something and you want something powerful to bring with you, something nice, then you take this. Also, this thing is very heavy. It's over a half pound easily. Like, it is heavy. It's almost like a pound with everything in it. It is a strong, sturdy box. So there goes the screen. It just kind of dimmed out a little bit. Press it, it comes back on. Another thing would be my screen does get jumbled up. It'll come up and try to say vape mod right here, and then you'll have like your battery down here, your freaking temperature down here with your reading, and your reading kind of cockeyed in the middle. So for some reason it just gets jumbled up. But to fix that, you just one click, bada bing, bada boom, it goes back normal. So it's not doing it right now though. And then this Atlantis is a good pair with this thing. You got more than enough power. So yeah, we'll go back out to the far mode and talk about it, vape it. Alright guys, we're back to the far out mode that I call it. But yep, this is a nice mod. The tank, it's a really good tank. I still like the sub tank for my flavor when I want flavor. But other than that, I don't care. It works to vape, so I enjoy it. Also, I'm vaping this cashmere tartan. Pretty good juice. So I will be coming out with a juice review too pretty soon. I think it's Element e-liquids, something like that. They're sending some samples to try out for my shop, for my boss's shop. It's my shop that I work at. But yeah, for the shop that I work at, I got them to send some samples. So we're gonna do a review on that later. And yeah, that's about it. Just probably a juice review coming up. Some other reviews. I'm not sure what I'm going to review yet. I might do a review on the IPv4, so we'll see how that goes. A little new at this reviewing. I decided to make a channel to just start doing reviews. I've been doing this for about 3 years, like vaping, 3 years, and really enjoy it. It helps, keeps you off the cigarettes. You know, getting that freaking lung cancer there. Don't want that, so you switch. The shop's name too that I work at is Vape Zone. Got my shirt on here, repping it out for them. Yeah, we're gonna be doing some changes in there too pretty soon. We're gonna make a nice lounge. Have a few TVs in there. We're right next to a pizza place too, so that's a positive. So if any of you people in Bakersfield want to go to Vape Zone, come check us out. 4113 Ming Avenue. It's a nice place. Once we get it done. We still got the stinkies in there that we're selling, but we're gonna get rid of those, and we're gonna have a nice shop. And then we got lots of juice. We come out with some juice and stuff. But yeah, other than that, I'll be doing more reviews when I can. Learning to video edit. Had to fight with the video editing program, Pinnacle 18. That crap, man. It is annoying to try to use sometimes. So I had to reinstall it. It sucked. But yeah, here's a mod. And I will get better at these videos, guys. I will get better. I'm just learning right now, so don't judge me. Don't be like, oh, this guy sucks. I'm still learning. Give me a break. Also, why I haven't done reviews in the past is I haven't had, a nice camera with the tripod that you guys are sitting on right now. My laptop. Finally got my own place. I'm filming this in my second bedroom in my apartment. So, yeah. So that's pretty interesting. I kind of made like a little makeshift studio. I got 2 floor lamps to the right and left of us. And got those going on to apply the lighting. Hopefully it's not too bright. If it is, let me know. I'm going to try to edit the lighting a little bit. Skin tone, do all that fun, fancy stuff. Try to make a good intro for you guys. If I can't, then I'm probably going to have to do it like old Rip Trippers does it. And just come in with a cloud blowing. And then, boom, no intro. But I'll try to make an intro for you guys. And yeah, that's about it. That's about all I got for this video. I don't want to just ramble on and bore you guys. Plus, I gotta get to bed too. It's late. Alright, you guys, have a good night. Keep vaping. Don't go back to the stinkies. And try to live healthier.